more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Have to explain that one of these days.
Oh my goodness. Guys, welcome to Exigent Sports. I'm your host, Coach DJ Pendergrass. We have an amazing show for you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I know you're locked in right now. Please make someone aware and please share. Coach Joe Gaddis is here with me. Coach, we have an excellent show today. Exigent. Exigent means pressing. It means demanding. And so what we do here is we try to figure out what's pressing, what's demanding, what's important for the parents to know, what's important for the kids to know so they can get through their high school, right? And if they want to compete at the next level, what it takes to do that. And we're going to bring we have Jada Gwynn coming on. I have one of your former players, DJ Pendergrass. He's going to be my co-host for today.
Good.
Parker Rogers. And Kaylee Leffer from Wartburg, they're here today. We have a committed player of the week. Her name is Chloe Isham, and she's from Cofield, and she's committed to go play basketball on at Rome State. And great word today, and we're just excited to be here. Whether you know it or not or believe it or not, Coach, you hold what they call a legend, right? You're a legend in many ways. Now, let's just go to Batman, right? The Joker, right? He's a villain, but he's a legend, right? So you've been in the villain role, right? And you've been the hero like Batman, right? But regardless, you're a legend and you hold a whole lot of weight. And I'm just so proud and honored and humbled that you even take the time to come out and join me on this show, Coach.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. I don't buy into the legend part, but I'm happy to be on your show for sure.
Absolutely. Well, you're definitely a legend, and we appreciate it. But and I know everybody wants to know everything what's going on with Coach Gaddis and why I brought him on, the questions that I have for him. But before we get to Coach Joe Gaddis, I have my special co-host for the day, and he's joining us right here on the bench. DJ Pendergrass, how you doing?
Doing good, folk. How we doing?
I'm good. Thank you for coming into the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you played your football, basketball. Did you play any baseball when you was little?
I did play a little bit of baseball.
Was you good at baseball too?
I twisted my ankle and ran away from the sport. Never went back. Second base got me.
So what was your favorite sport?
I would say football. As much as I loved all the other sports, football was just a way to release a lot of stress, a lot of pressure without getting yelled at. Well,
yeah.
Not in a bad way anyway.
Right.
But you got to be able to take some discipline. So it definitely taught me a lot of structure that I use now as a father, as a working man anyway. Right,
absolutely. And from my understanding, you took football and you left high school to go play collegiate ball.
I did. Following high school, I had torn both of my shoulders, decided I wanted to go try to play football anyway. Didn't work out the way that I wanted to, but yet and still in that time I learned a lot of lessons and learned from a lot of coaches that gave me the patience and the structure I needed to go forth in the world besides football.
Well, as you heard me tell Coach Gaddis, what we do here on Exigent Sports is we try to inform the youth, what it takes to prepare yourself through high school and make a decision to go on and play collegiate ball. Give me some things that you did in high school to make sure that you was preparing yourself to be able to play for the next level.
First off was probably academically. what kind of classroom was I going to be in? Was it going to be a classroom of 200 people, classroom of 75 people? Was I going to be able to get the help I needed with the classes that I was going to have to take? So academically, that's definitely a big thing to think about. What makes you comfortable, not just what the jersey looks like, what the team represents, who went there, what coaches are there, but what school makes you feel like that you can be the best person you can be, not just the best athlete you can be. And the last part of that, make sure that cafeteria food is worth it. Make sure it's worth it. Dining hall's only open so long.
So it sounds like you just like me, son. You got a weight problem. You can't wait to eat.
Can't
right?
wait to eat. See food and I eat it.
Oh, I love it. Well, I know you had several different offers to go play ball, collegiate ball. You chose to go to Carson Newman. Now, it's my understanding that there wasn't an athletic scholarship there. Is that correct?
There was a partial athletic scholarship, but it wasn't something that was going to cover me fully academically.
Right. But your gift in music led you to get a full scholarship to go to Carson Newman. Is that correct?
It did. It did. Studied music theory there as my second major, along with engineering at the time. So
Yeah.
I was happy to have music there to fall back on.
Absolutely. So the other colleges that actually gave you offers, was that full rides?
There were a couple partial. I had a couple full ride scholarships. Those things at the time I wasn't really worried about as far as like scholarship wise. I was more worried about like the type of school I was going to end up going to. Knowing I had injuries in and out of high school, didn't really say much about a couple of the injuries, but thinking about after collegiately, what was I going to do was my
Right.
biggest thing.
Well, and I'm glad you said that because, I always tell students, make sure you don't go to school because you get an offer and, that's the name that you want to be at. If they don't offer what you're doing, because after football is over or whatever sport that you're playing is over, what are you going to do after that? And that's even for professional football players. Jay Graham, a big example. He was like, I played 5-6 years in the league, but my goal is what do I do after that, So for you to make that decision not to take the full scholarship, that was offering you full scholarship to play football and actually find a place that was better fit for you, kudos to you on that, man, because that's pretty awesome. Now, you said you had music as your backup. You still doing a little music?
I do still do music now, hip hop, a little bit of R&B. Been working in some country music. Got to bring the Southern out. Got some big plans for that. Next year I'll be working with a really big producer, so hopefully things take off the right way. Going through my industry classes now. Still been a passion. Music's
Absolutely.
always been a passion.
Well, your last name's Pendergrass, boy, so it's in your blood, and I get that.
Most definitely is.
Absolutely, it's in the blood. So, Kyrie, thank you for joining the show. You are the co-host of the day. You will be set. You're really on. This is a job interview for you, son. So if you do well, you may be able to carry on and do some more interviews. And this definitely will help you in your music career, too, because you can use these things and put that along your resume as well. But before I get to Coach Gaddis, tell me, out of all the years that you played ball, Little League, all the way up through college, who is your favorite coach?
My favorite coach?
All time.
Jason Gallagher. Rest in peace, my cousin. Rest in peace, one of the coaches that made me really dial in on football and realize that football was what I needed to focus on. And to go to Oak Ridge and play for Coach Gaddis, Jason Gallagher.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to our cousin, Jason Gallagher. He's a great man. Rest in peace. Bird, man. And he took you to the Battle and Rocky Top. And you was the first young athlete in the East Tennessee area that I know that was on a team to win the Battle and Rocky Top. So shout out to Bird, rest in peace to the family out there. Thanks for taking care of Kyrie. So that's pretty much when I had let him go. Right, I did everything I could for him.
Right,
and it was time for him to spread his wings and make decisions. And I let him go on and go. So, Coach, again, thank you for joining the show. Everybody knows you as a legendary coach, right? I know now, and I think you're athletic director at Oak Ridge High School.
right.
Who is Joe Gaddis outside of that?
Let me say this before I answer that question. I didn't know Kyrie was going to be here tonight. I hadn't seen him in a few years. We actually texted, I don't know, a time or two way back right after he left. But everybody knows Kyrie was a great football player. But I got to say this. I'm going to tell you something that you already know. Kyrie was, number one, was a great leader for our football team. and he didn't wait till his senior year to be a great leader. But Kyrie's as great a player as he was for us, and he was not a good one, he was a great one. He's even a better person, always has been since I've known him, and I'm sure he is to this day. But I'm proud of who he was then, and I'm proud of who he's become.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Coach. That's
Back
pretty
to your
awesome.
question, I'm not sure what it was now.
Yeah.
But,
Who is Joe Gaddis?
you know,
President?
you know, some things that I don't know. I coach football. I'll say this because it's baseball season right now. A lot of people that know me well know this, but I coached football for 48 years, played football for a lot of years too. But my passion in sports is the New York Yankees. I was born in New York City.
Wow.
My parents divorced when I was 2. My father was from New York City, and he got custody of me 6 weeks of every summer. And till the time I was 3 years old, I'd go to New York City till I was about 14. He'd take me to see New York Yankees 2 or 3 times a year at the old Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Mickey Mantle was my hero, and it's in my blood. I was up there for opening day this year. Now that I'm not coaching anymore, I can take a day here and there and go see the Yankees play.
Yeah.
But that's something that your average fan probably doesn't know about me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't know
I don't
that.
sound like I was born in New York City because I lived in the South with my mom for all my life. But anyway, I'm a big New York Yankee fan.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite sport, Coach?
Well, obviously, my favorite sport for my entire life has been football.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite team, this is weird, is the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't watch baseball, but I do watch the Yankees, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't sit around and watch baseball games.
Right.
Moves too slow, but I love the Yankees.
Well, I tell you what, not too long ago, I had former NFL quarterback Steve Matthews on here.
I coach Steve.
He said that you was his coach. Where was that at?
Tullahoma.
Tullahoma.
Right before, in fact, Steve was my quarterback in Tullahoma when Steve was a junior when I left Tullahoma to come to Oak Ridge in '88.
Okay.
Steve, we went to the semis and lost to Jefferson County in Tullahoma 21-13 that year. That was 1987. And after that game, the Oak Ridge job opened up pretty soon, and I applied for it, not thinking they didn't know who I was, and didn't think I'd have a chance to get it, but I got the job. But that was Steve was our quarterback.
Yeah,
he was a great one too.
Yeah, he was. He went on to play ball at UT.
Yes,
and then professional level as well, and he did some coaching around. I think he even went back towards the Tullahoma area and coached. I think he
coached at Siegel in Murfreesboro.
And he coached Jawan Jennings there, I want to say.
He did. I believe he did. I believe he did. And I actually coached Steve's older brother, Mike, in football. He was a good football player. Coached his sister, Margie, in track.
Wow.
So that was way back in the 70s and 80s.
Wow. Well, we know now that you are the athletic director. How many sports are there at Oak Ridge High School?
You know, I've never counted them, and it's got to be in the 20s. It seems like we have a sport, and we have most sports that are available. We don't have lacrosse yet. We don't have wrestling, and that's on my list. We're going to have wrestling not next year, but I'm pretty sure we'll have it the following year.
Good.
Because we have some wrestlers that go somewhere else to wrestle. Bearden, I don't like that. I want to wrestle at Oak Ridge, but we're not quite ready for that yet. I don't know if you saw this, but the TSSAA just sanctioned girls flag football.
Yes.
That's something that probably is in the future as well at Oak Ridge. Not anytime soon, but I would see it coming in the next couple of 3 years.
I've been coaching football since 2006, so if that job availability comes up to coach those girls, Coach, I want you to put my name at the top of that hat. You got me, right?
Well, we'll be happy to take your application, I'm sure, when the time comes.
The reason why I asked you how many sports is there, because Emma Cagley, she's committed to go to East Tennessee State University. Right. She was a guest last week, and she just didn't find the door, so we didn't get to interview her. Right. But I thought it was very interesting. I didn't know there was a bowling team for Oak Ridge High School. You
know, our bowling team started last year, and we've had 2 seasons, and we've been to the state bowling tournament both years. Now, we didn't win it, but we were there.
Wow.
We won the district this past year, and our bowling team has taken off. Now, we do have some bowlers like we co-op with Bearden with wrestling. Mm-hmm. We have some bowlers. We have some bowlers from Anderson County this year that they don't have a bowling team, so they came and bowled with us. But most of our bowlers are obviously Oak Ridge students.
Wow.
And we've done well.
I know some Oliver Springs kids that go to Anderson County to do wrestling.
Correct.
So as much as we're in a fight with each other, we all work together as one in all these different districts in some way or another.
We do. And some of our biggest rivals, I won't mention names, but some of our biggest rivals, coaches are still friends. You know, they don't realize, people behind the scenes don't realize that, but I'm good friends with some of the coaches of our very biggest rivals.
Okay, Clinton.
Coach Keith and I talk a lot.
Yeah. I like Coach Keith. He seems to be genuine. He's a funny character.
He's a nut, but I like him. I like him.
Coach, I really appreciate you coming on. Now, let me ask you before, because I need to take a commercial break here, but you played ball in high school.
Yes.
You went from high school and played ball in college?
Did not.
You did not?
I did not.
So tell us, you know, a little bit. I know times are changed. It's way different now, but the mentality, the want to, that's all the same. Tell us a little bit about, you know, what did you play in high school, and why didn't you continue playing in the collegiate level?
I was a safety, and I was a tailback. I returned punts. I returned kickoffs at Old Jackson High School. Now, you would know it as Jackson Central Mary.
Okay.
JCM. Mary High School was literally across the street.
Okay.
Jackson High was the school I went to. The year after I graduated, which was 1970, they literally built a bridge across the street and consolidated Jackson High and Mary High and became Jackson Central Mary.
Wow.
Who Oak Ridge played, I believe, in 1979 in the state championship game, I think.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I'd actually seen Oak Ridge play. I went to that game. It was at Rothrock Stadium in Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay.
So, but I played football, ran track in high school, and so that's kind of my history of playing. Now, I didn't play college football because even though right now I'm about 180, I'm about 177. I've lost a little weight. But in high school, when I graduated, I was 155. And there wasn't a lot of call for, 5'8", 5'9", 155-pound running back or safety in college football.
Right.
There were some probably, and I had to work my way through school, and I had to get a job and go to college. So that's what I did.
But you kept the sport in you, and you decided to coach.
Yes, I coached in Jackson, Tennessee. is really a big Little League baseball town. And they had so many kids to go out for Little League baseball that a lot of kids, I'm talking about hundreds of kids, didn't make the teams. So they had what they call the Southern League.
Okay.
And when I was a high school student, I was a junior in high school, I coached a Southern League baseball team.
Wow.
And we won the championship.
Wow.
I did it again my senior year. We won the championship, and I thought, I like this coaching thing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, football was the sport I wanted to coach.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my first taste of coaching, was coaching those little Southern League baseball players that couldn't make Little League baseball.
Right. So championship blood just runs through you.
Well, I'm one of those guys, and I've said this before, I love winning, but I'm driven more by my hatred of losing than I am by my love of winning.
Absolutely. Coach Joe Gaddis, man, the legend, whether he wants to accept it or not. He's our Hall of Fame coach. This guy knows a lot of people. He's been in contact with a lot of people. He's helped a lot of young men, including myself. I played for Coach Joe Gaddis when I was at Oak Ridge High School, and I even had a hiatus where I took off. Joe made sure he went through the hallways to find me, and he was like, "Why ain't you at practice?" And I was like, "Man, I don't get the ball enough." He was like, "Well, we're going to take you off defense, just put you on offense." And he made sure he gave me the runs that I needed to develop and be a better player and a better student. So thank you so much for joining me, Coach. Guys, we got to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Get ready for the 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival, presented by Historic Downtown Clinton. Join us on May 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and May 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Market and Main Street in Clinton. Experience 2 days of fun with antiques, artisans, live music, delicious food, exciting demonstrations, and much more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, I'm getting better at that, Parker. I got somebody that can sing, though, so we're going. Guys, we have Parker Rogers right here with me. Wartburg stand-up. This guy played in the 8th grade All-Star game. Has a phenomenal reel out there. If you go look at my reels, has a phenomenal reel out there, and you'll understand exactly why I wanted this kid to come on to the show. Welcome to the show, Parker Rogers.
Hey.
How old are you, kid?
14.
14. How long you been playing ball?
Ever since I remember.
Ever since I remember you have been playing ball. Now, how many sports do you play?
2.
2 sports, baseball and basketball.
Yes, sir.
Which one do you like best?
Baseball.
Which one are you better in?
Probably baseball.
Probably baseball. Now, what position do you play in baseball?
A little bit everywhere. Mainly pitcher and catcher.
Okay, Swiss Army knife guy.
Yeah.
Whatever they need you to do, you take care of.
Yeah.
Now, and from 8th grade, you can go anywhere you want to go play. Any high school, you don't have to be zoned there. They can't do nothing about it. Where you going to go play ball at?
Probably, I don't know, probably Oak Ridge because they have a good coach right now. So.
Yeah, that is right. They have one of the best coaches, and they have some great players, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be willing to leave Wartburg to go to Oak Ridge High School to play ball?
Yeah.
Man, I'll be there. Sign me up. I'll be there. Let me find out you in Oak Ridge next year. I'm definitely going to be at some of those games. So tell me, where does your passion come from for baseball?
Probably my dad. He's been there, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Pitching catch. Started you at a young age. Was he good? Did he play ball when he was little?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, he said he does.
He said it, huh?
Yeah.
He can't prove it today, can he?
No.
That's the thing about us parents. We can't prove that. You can talk all the junk you want, but these kids can actually do it. So, in basketball, now, do you plan on, even if you do make a move, do you plan on playing basketball?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oak Ridge has a great basketball team as well. Of course, probably one of the best coaches in the state, Aaron Green.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with Free and Green, I think you'll be in good hands, man. I think you'll be in really good hands. So, let's talk about school. You know, how important is school to you?
It's pretty important. You're supposed to be a student athlete. Student comes first, so.
Yeah. So, you keep good grades, you kind of just get by?
I plan on keeping good grades, yeah.
Yeah. Studying is tough, ain't it? Well,
Yeah,
it gets tougher in high school, but I've seen your work ethic in basketball. I haven't really seen you play baseball. I have some clips of you,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen you actually play. But I know your work ethic is like no other, and it's been like that since Little League. You know, I've always seen you've always been a leader, right? So just keep that mentality. Now, do you have any ambitions, any dreams to go past high school and play college ball?
Yes, I do.
You want to do that in baseball?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If there was any school that you could go to because you had the grades and you had the talent and you made the connections, what college would you want to go to?
Probably Tennessee.
You heard him. All ball right here. I like that. And Tennessee right now has an amazing baseball group right now, too. And they've been shining for the past 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
So, well, kudos to you, man. We got somebody very cool that's already in high school over there on the bench. Who you know who that is over there on the bench?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Kaylee Lefford.
Kaylee Lefford. Kyries.
Yes, sir.
You have Miss Kaylee Lefford. I'm going to let you take over right here.
Sounds good, sounds good. What's up, folk?
Not much.
You know what it is. Another interview, another day, another great athlete we have here. We have Kaylee Lefford here today. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
When I was a freshman in high school, I started like first thing off the bench, and now I'm a sophomore and still same thing.
Do you feel like it was a lot of pressure on you starting as a freshman?
No, not really. I just knew I just needed to play how I always played.
Where did the passion for the sport come from?
Probably when I was in 6th grade and I saw that everybody in 8th grade and like 7th grade was doing better than I did, and I really wanted to play like them, and so I just tried and tried and tried, and I finally got there.
Did you take it upon yourself outside of regular practices to put the extra work in?
Yeah.
Is there any special person that helped you through that at that time?
Nick and Ange. I went training with them a couple times, and he really helped me a lot on like driving in and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Okay. Over this last year progression with the sport, what do you feel that you've gotten better at as far as that you needed to critique the most?
My threes.
I wasn't a three-point shooter myself, so we ain't even gonna talk about that. I understand. What is your goals for the next season coming up? What is it that you wish to accomplish with your team, not just for yourself?
I really want to make it to Murfreesboro this year. We could have last year, but we were not strong enough as a team, and I feel like this year we definitely are stronger, and I feel like we can make it to Murfreesboro.
Are there any other players coming up that you're looking forward to working with, or any other players above you that you've been looking up to?
There's a girl that's coming up as a freshman this year, Banner Brown. She's gotten a lot better since I played with her in middle school, and I feel like we need more people like her coming up, because our team is a young team, but we all just play together as one.
Banner Brown is a baller. She's solidified. She played in the 8th grade All-Star game. Banner Brown. She's a baller. So you definitely have one coming up. Before we go to commercial, Kaylee, and Kyrie, you did great, by the way. Those were some great questions, man.
I'm sweating, man. I'm nervous myself.
Listen, I'm taking notes over here.
I'm getting interviewed.
I'm taking notes. But Kaylee, do you have any? What grade are you in right now?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. So as a sophomore, I want you to know that you've already made top 5 highlights here on Exigent Sports, so congratulations on that. But do you have any plans to play collegiate ball?
Yeah, I do, but I just need to work on myself a lot more before I get to that stage.
Are you going to continue to work with Nick and Ange?
I try my best to.
Yeah. And what about AAU? Do you play any AAU ball?
Yeah. I play with Jason Carter and Jada Chambly.
Okay, Jason Carter, that's my buddy. And I've had a few of his athletes on here on the show as well. So shout out to Jason Carter. Tell Jason Carter I said to get you on, make sure that you're going on some exposure tournaments and don't just stay local, because you have the skills to pay the bills, okay?
All righty.
Kaylee, thank you for joining the show.
You're welcome.
Kyrie, that was good, man. You did really good. Guys, just real quick, we'll be right back. I have to take one more break, but I didn't let you know before we started. I might have. Jada Gwynn, she's going to be here. Seven Pettis, she's going to be here. We're going to keep this star-studded, but we have to take a small commercial break. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at americanhumane.org.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower, featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me. For all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Get ready for the 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival, presented by historic downtown Clinton. Join us on May 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and May 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Market and Main Street in Clinton. Experience 2 days of fun with antiques, artisans, live music, delicious food, exciting demonstrations, and much more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
All right, we're going to try this. Welcome back. Welcome back.
There you go.
Oh, he's better. He's definitely better. Hey, guys, welcome back to the show. As you know, Jada will be on soon. We have our committed player of the week, Chloe. She's on the bench with Kyrese over there with the good tunes, but right here, right now, and on set, I have 7 Pettis with us, and she is our Be on the Lookout Bolo Player of the Week. Congratulations, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you are a track star. You love track?
Yes.
What other sports do you play?
That's all.
That's it? Just track? How long have you ran track?
I did a little bit, like maybe 3 weeks in 8th grade.
Yeah.
But quarantine happened, and then ever since freshman year till now.
So what grade are you in now?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior this year.
Yes.
So do you have any plans to do any collegiate things in sports?
Yes.
Yeah? In track?
Yes.
So tell us, what do you run? I know there's so many different events in track. What do you run, and what's your most favorite?
I run the 100, the 200, the 400, and relays.
Okay. What's your favorite?
The 100.
The 100?
Yeah.
That's what's up. So I've seen, since track started, even last year, I've seen every time they do something like you're the head, like they make you the main, and then they show all these different numbers and all this different stuff. So like, you're the face of track right now for Oak Ridge High School. Is that a correct statement?
Yes.
I think it is correct. Every time I see something track Oak Ridge High School, you're the face of it. How do you embrace that, as a young student athlete?
It's interesting. I'm not really, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
No.
What about those grades?
They're really important to me. I try to keep my grades up. Yeah.
You know your GPA?
Not off my head, no.
What is your lowest grade?
Right now, a B.
A B.
Yeah.
So it's like a 3.8 probably. 3.8, close 4.0, something like
Maybe.
that. So college, have you reached out to any colleges? Has any colleges reached out to you?
Yes.
Name some of those colleges.
Austin P, ETSU, some other colleges, but I don't really know the names of them.
Which one are you more interested in?
I can't choose right now. I don't know.
Yeah. If you had to choose right now, who has more of a gravitational pull on what you want to do? And it has, of course, school has to be involved, right? They have to have what you offer, right? You don't want to go to a school just to run track and they don't have what you offer. Which one of those schools have more of a gravitational pull for you to continue as an athlete and a student in college?
I think Austin P.
Austin P? Yeah. So what do you want to go study in college?
Early childhood education.
Wow. So do you want to be a teacher?
Yes.
Wow. So I tell everybody, when you go to college is like a tree, right? Whatever that your field you go in, it's a tree. And then off every tree is what? Branches, right? So you have to find the branch that's fit for you. Do you know which branch that you want to go off in? Not yet?
No.
College will help you find that. When I went to college, I was blessed to take a class that actually found what I was good at, right? And you know, whoever your guidance counselor is or whatever they call them there, they'll help you kind of weed through that. So you know exactly where you want to go. You take some little tests and figure out who I am, what I want to do. Now, track can lead to professional. Do you have any ambitions to run in track professionally or maybe even coaching professionally or college? Not right now?
Yeah, not right now. I want to see where college goes, and then if my times are looking good, then maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have a great family background, right? Yeah, huge family support, and that's big in itself. So, you know, knowing that the support that you have backing you is really going to help you take you to another level. College, that's when you come independent. I mean, you really have to count on yourself to get the class, right? Do the work, do the studies, and all that stuff. So just make sure you hone in on it and be the best that you can be. Now, there's going to be hard times. I'm going to give you a sad example, but I think it's important to note this. When I was in college, my oldest son, passed away, right? And I was like a week away from exams. I had a 4.0. I was ahead of my class in every class. Life happens, right? When life happens, don't ever look back. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Don't not go take those exams. And that's what I did. I stayed through school until the exams, and then I just bombed out, right? Because life happened. Don't let life happen and you bomb out, because you do all that hard work. Life is going to continue to happen, right? So when life gets tough for you, right, don't bomb out. Don't quit. Don't say it was all for nothing. That's when you go your hardest. That's when you dig deep and find out who you really are. And when life happens, the people that's around you still want to see you succeed, all right? So if things ever get hard for you, no matter if it's death in the family, and you have finals to take, you worked hard for that. Make sure you go reach that, all right? You promise?
Yes.
Pinky promise. All right. And I'm rooting for you. Now we got to take it over to the bench. Let's see what DJ Pendergrass is doing over there on the bench.
Staring at you, DJ, because you look like me. Now, right here we have Chloe Isham, committed to Rome State, correct?
Correct.
Committed Player of the Week.
Yes.
What are we looking forward to going into this next level?
To be able to keep playing basketball.
Okay. Now, I know there's probably been other talks with other colleges. What drew you to Rome State? Not just basketball-wise, but collegiate-wise.
It's so close to home, and I love that.
So I'm guessing a family person, real big on family? Okay.
I am.
Would you say that you built a family with this team this last year that you had?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We were.
What do you think going into this college basketball, building a new family, other groups around, do you feel like leaving high school, you either left with lessons from players and coaches or left lessons with players and coaches to help them move forward also?
Yeah. I think so.
So what are you looking forward to as far as school-wise? What are we studying?
Chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering. Engineering, it's a broad field. It's a very tough field. Keep
It
your
is.
head up in that.
I'll try my best.
We planning on a double major?
Probably not. Probably not.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. DJ, you got any questions you want to ask? I'm just going to give you the chance.
I do. So I've seen Chloe play basketball, actually, and I'm a huge fan of Cofield and all the other surrounding counties. They always ask me, how can you root for everybody? I love the kids, and I love watching. But, Chloe, who would you say that you pattern your game after in basketball?
Honestly, recently, Caitlin Clark.
Woo! Speaking of Caitlin Clark, has she not changed the dynamics of women's basketball?
Completely.
Do you think that Caitlin Clark will change the pay for women's basketball?
She will.
So,
absolutely.
If you continue to play and you continue to build up through that, right, you have an opportunity on that, right? She's going to completely change the landscape. Now, do you know how hard that young lady works?
Really hard.
She does. It's exceptionally hard, right? But I've seen you light up some three-pointers and go downhill, drive to the basket, make some points, some and ones and stuff like that. Chloe, what's inspiring you to continue to play basketball?
I just love it, and the thought of it being over just like kills me. And I love winning, so I got to keep going.
Yeah, I remember having you here, and you was with. Help me out here. Lily Claire Lau. I always say her last name wrong. Lily Claire Lau. And you was up in the air at that time about what you want to do, but now you're committed. So congratulations on your commitment to be a Raider, right? Make sure you send us the schedule so we can come support you there.
I will.
Right? We'll definitely want to do that. What do you want to do going in as a freshman, and how do you feel like that you're going to help your team?
I just want to learn from them and play whatever role they need me to play.
Yeah, so you don't have a particular role that you want to, position that you want to just hone in on?
If I can go out there and just fire up some threes for them, that's what I'd love to do.
Yeah, I've seen you fire up some threes, girl, and you're good at doing that. So I want you to continue to do that. And then I heard you talk about your field of study that you want to go in. Do you have any aspirations to play professional ball?
I have no clue. If the opportunity comes and I'm built for that, why not?
Yeah. So regardless if you're, I tell the people all the time, regardless if you want to play professional sports, that's great, right? But being a pro is one thing. So just be a professional at what you do, and it doesn't have to be a player. You can go be, the engineer or team trainer or coach or referee. You can do that at a professional level. Take care of yourself and your family and still rub elbows with all those that's in the professional. So when you go to school, make sure you keep those grades up and don't apply for the job that you think will hire you. Apply for the one that you don't think will hire you. Go build your resume up, make sure you put the accolades in for yourself and go pro. I don't care if you're a player or not, go pro. All right, that's my suggestion to you.
Thank you.
All right. Tell us, who is Chloe outside of basketball?
Honestly, I'm just someone who just loves my family. If I'm not playing basketball, I'm with my family. So.
Absolutely. You play any other sports?
Nope.
Just basketball?
Just basketball.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your commitment. I'm super proud of you. Make sure that we get that schedule. Brad and I, we're going to come out and eat some popcorn and M&Ms. We're going to pour the M&Ms in the bag and eat it together. And we're going to just, enjoy it. But we definitely want to continue to support you. Make sure any highlights that you have, make sure you send them to us because we're going to continue to show love to you and also the Cofield community. We have much love for Cofield, all right?
Thank you.
All right, guys. I know everybody's been waiting on. We have one more interview, and it's from a legend. She's she's been a SoCon Player of the Month. She's been a SoCon Tournament Player of the Year. She's just fabulous. She's an Oak Ridge native. Jada Gwynn, she's going to join us right when we get back from these messages.
Get ready for the 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival, presented by historic downtown Clinton. Join us on May 3rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and May 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Market and Main Street in Clinton. Experience 2 days of fun with antiques, artisans, live music, delicious food, exciting demonstrations, and much more. Rain or shine, it's a can't-miss event for the whole family. Visit historicdowntownclinton.org. The 19th annual Clinch River Spring Antique Festival. See you there.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors. In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, buddy. I told you I was gonna do it. Well, thank you, son.
I got you. I got you.
Guys, welcome back to Exigent Sports. You see what's on the screen there, Jada Gwynn.
Jada Gwynn.
Jada Gwynn.
Childhood friend turned legend.
Turned legend.
It's crazy.
Who got on the line? Let's get Jada on the phone. Superstar.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm blessed. Thank you for taking the time again to join Exigent Sports. And I have a super fan right beside. He's my co-host today, DJ Pendergrass.
What's up, folks?
What's up?
So, Jada, basketball was amazing this year. You put smiles on many faces in Oak Ridge and all across the East Tennessee area. It was amazing to watch you on TV. and the way you do your thing out there on the basketball court is second to none. Super, super proud of you. Congratulations on an amazing season this year.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. How's it feel knowing that you had so many eyes locked in on the TV counting on you?
I mean, it's something I feel like a lot of people grow up dreaming of. You know, March Madness is such like a big tournament, and for me, it's something like that I always wanted to play in. So I was just kind of like proud of myself for where I made it to, and just able to represent Oak Ridge and the people that support me.
Absolutely. Biggest supporters. I think, like I told you before, besides your parents, I gotta be the biggest fan that you have. So let me ask you, basketball's over for you now and at the collegiate level, is that correct?
Yes, I'm done. This was my last year of college, but I still will be playing basketball. I actually haven't picked an agent yet, but that's what I'm working on. And then from there, around August, I'll leave, but I haven't got everything situated yet until I choose an agent. So that's what I'm working on next.
So then what is that?
An agent.
Oh, to get your agent. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't hear that part. Okay. Yeah, no doubt. Damn, is it too late to sign up to be an agent, Jada? I think I got Jay-Z's phone number, I think. That's what's up. So you do want to continue playing basketball and you want to do it at the professional level?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I want to play as long as I can. So that's the plan for right now.
Absolutely. So have you had any talks with anybody like in the professional level, whether it's in the States or overseas? Do you know how that's going to play out?
Yeah, I know a couple people that are playing overseas right now. One of my old teammates at Tech, one of her agents actually kind of hit me up, and I was talking to her about the whole process, how everything works. But just like talking with the agents, they kind of talked to me about there's like different levels when you go overseas. So there's like the highest level, the like middle level, lower level, and it just kind of depends on like what level like you want to play at. Like I want to play at like the highest level, so that's where I'm going to go, and then kind of from there, it just depends on what teams reach out to them, depending on like what positions and stuff they need. And then the seasons are usually it's from August to about March, April, kind of the same thing around here, like August preseason stuff, then season starts late fall, and then to the spring.
Gotcha.
Now, I'm gonna take it back just a second. I know we were talking about the overseas playing and professional playing, but back to March Madness. At what point in the season, for you and for your teammates, did y'all feel like March Madness became a real idea rather than a surreal dream?
Honestly, that was something that we talked about at the beginning of the season. Like, if you knew our coach, he always thought ahead. He always knew that he would have us prepared for that. So that's something that I always thought. Like we won the conference. We talked about winning the conference way before we even got there. We talked about making it to March Madness way before we got there. So that was just something that we always had in the back of our minds since I got to Chattanooga in the summer.
And going into that, your senior year, do you feel like you were pushed more into a leader position, or do you feel like you kind of took the steps to put yourself there?
I would say that I was pushed a little bit more. A lot of people that know me know I'm not the most talkative person, so my coach, that's something that he definitely challenged me with, just being more of a vocal leader. And I think I also kind of just took that on just from the standpoint of my teammates respecting me, so it kind of just came with that. So I would say I was kind of pushed in different aspects, but I've kind of always been that leader, a lead by example person.
Yeah, most definitely. Hooping with the boys basketball team when we was younger, schooling everybody, teaching everybody how to play the right way. Last question for me, possibly last question. Going into the season, once you started racking up those awards towards the end of the season, how did that make you feel, and do you feel like your teammates looked at you in a different light after that?
I would say I just felt like all my hard work had paid off. I definitely felt like early on in my career, I had like high expectations for myself, and I feel like I didn't really reach the goals and stuff that I wanted to reach. So I would say my last year just, I put in a lot of work. My senior year, I was in the gym with our head coach almost every day, so it was just kind of like rewarding to know that all the hard work that I had put in had paid off. And I definitely don't think my teammates looked at me any type of way. Like I said, they knew like how hard that I was working. They saw me in the gym all the time, and they were just like, Chad was something special. Like, I never had teammates that were just so supportive and just wanted like the best for you. So they definitely didn't look at me any type of way. They were just supportive and just happy that everything that I had worked for kind of just came to light.
Well, a major respect from me, from your city, most definitely. I know from your teammates and from the fans, and congratulations on everything you accomplished this year and a long and strong collegiate season.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And Jada, we're going to keep you on. We got about 5 more minutes of the show, and we're definitely going to utilize the rest of the time with you. But every week I do what we call the word of the day. And at this time, I want to do the word of the day, and it's going to coincide in what we're already doing here and what we're talking about. So, word of the day is ad hominem. Ad hominem is an adjective. It involves an attack on an opponent's character rather than an answer to or assertions or points that an opponent has actually made. And I'm going to use that in a sentence. The debate between the women's college basketball candidates going to the WNBA was going smoothly until the ad hominem attacks began. So pretty much, your Angel Reese, your Caitlin Clark, they made great strides in what they did at their collegiate level, right? But people can't. They always throw in the negative part of it, right? You know what? They throw in something negative about it, right? How do you feel about what Caitlin Clark has done at the collegiate level, and how is that going to transpire over to the professional level?
Caitlin Clark, she's a generational talent. I think she's changed the game so much. Like, so many times I feel like everything was about men's basketball, and you would never see little boys looking up to girls. Like, that never happened. And the fact that she had, like, not only little girls but little boys, like, looking up to her, just the way she plays the game, like, the respect she's getting from, like, NBA players, NFL players, just like that. I think she just brought a lot of attention to women's basketball and to show people that, like, it is a good sport. Like, people actually enjoy watching it. I think they had more viewers than, like, the men's championship game, stuff like that. So I think that they just brought a lot of light to the game and to show that, like, girls can't play basketball. And it's actually, like, fun to watch. I think that her game will translate to the WNBA. Obviously, with any transition like college professional, there's going to probably be, like, a different change of speed, more physical. But I think that, like, she was already a pro out there, so I don't think she'll have any problems playing at the next level.
I agree. Now, I do know the average WNBA player gets paid like $250K a year, for the season. Do you think she's going to up that ante?
I definitely think so. I know with, like, the WNBA, like, endorsements and stuff come in to, like, their paycheck and stuff a lot more than, like, the NBA. So definitely with her sponsorships and stuff, it'll definitely move it up. And I just think, like, the WNBA as a whole is, like, starting to change. Like, they're trying to add more teams. Like, the Aces, like, they've built, like, nice facilities. So I definitely think that, like, the WNBA is kind of moving in, like, a different direction.
Absolutely. And you're going to be able to get a chance to cash in on that one day soon. I truly believe that. Watching your game, Jada, I've seen you. When I watch you play on TV, you remind me of, just say Kawhi Leonard. And the reason why I say that is because you can get downhill quickly and use your footwork, and when you get down low and make a basket, but your mid-range is phenomenal. Like you're spot on with your mid-range. Deadly. I knew
that from 7 years old. Deadly.
I love watching it. What do you plan to add on to, your bag?
I'll definitely say just continue working on the three. I feel like that's something, just like catch and shoot is obviously something that every player at any level can work on. I would say also more, like this year I worked with my coach more on like post work, because I kind of am like a bit of like a taller guard, so working on post-up game a little bit. I don't know, I feel like you can always work on ball handling a little bit more, be more shifty, so definitely catch and shoot, a little bit of like post-game, and just getting better with my handles.
Well, we got your back. We're at the end of our show. Jada, thank you for joining us. Kyle Reese, thank you for joining me. Yes, guys, until next Wednesday, have a blessed